What's good? What's good, Smokers Hut? Arrow Santi here again with another litty titty video. So, what I want to talk to you guys today about is basically any job that is laborious, consisting of labor, building, anything like that. Because I saw a video like 2 days ago or a day ago, and it was basically saying that this guy, he installed some concrete at someone's house, right? And then the concrete cracked. And the customer said, you have to come and fix this concrete because you're the concrete guy, and it cracked. But he was like, when I did the job, the concrete was 100% okay. Everything was valid, they were fine with everything. But then the concrete cracked a few days later, and they're like, come back, the job's not finished. There's something wrong with the concrete. And from his perspective, he's like, I finished this job already. So I want to make a very, very, very quick video saying a way we as Americans and the world as society can fix this problem. And it's very simple. There just needs to be a certificate of completion, some type of certificate or something to sign off for the customer to sign off and say, basically, I approve of this work. It has been finished up to my standards, and just their signature. A lot of companies already have this, but I think all manual labor, all physical labor jobs should have it, because you're getting paid for the labor, for the time, for the building of the structure. And once the person says verbally it's good, that's great. But the reality is they could just turn around and say, oh, I never really liked it. It wasn't really up to par. I didn't, it wasn't my fault that it broke. It was broken from the beginning or something like that. And it's like, I don't know. I can't explain it. But that makes me sad, It makes me really sad that someone could spend their whole day working or their whole day doing a job, and then at the end of it or days after it's finished, they can come back and say, oh, the job wasn't done correctly anyway. It's like, how, it's like, how can you, where does this come from? So I think that every manual labor job, any physical labor job, any building job, any construction job should have a sign off where the customer says, okay, I signed off. So then if anything breaks, if anything cracks, if anything gets damaged, you can say, no, right here, you signed off that it was completed. A certificate of completion. You signed off on it. So that means my job was completed. If you break it after this term, after this signature, after this sign off, that is your responsibility to fix it. If you want to pay me more to come in and fix your if you want to pay me more to come in and fix your whatever you broke, whatever you cracked, whatever you damaged, then I'll do that. I'll come in and fix it again. But I'm not gonna come back, I'm not gonna do the same job twice, is the point. I'm not gonna do the same job twice because you broke what I built. You see what I'm saying? So this is basically it. This one's a real quick video, just some advice. Maybe a new law, I'm thinking, could be passed for it, or some type of legislation, because that's sad. Imagine, let's just break it down. You build someone's floor, their tile floor or their hardwood floor or their stairs, you sit there for weeks and build that thing. And then they come out and they spill something on it, or they crack it, or they break it. And then they say, oh, this was a flaw in it, or, oh, this wasn't up to standards. That's why it broke. That's why this signature is so important. A signature of completion, a certificate of completion signed by the customer. Once that happens, it's hard to say, you broke it. Like at the end of the day, you, the customer, broke it from use. It's crazy because I only watched like a 5-second clip of this guy who went through this issue, but it made me, because, okay, I'll tell you some background about my family. A lot of my family, the men in my family, do construction or, you know, carpentry or cabinet work or kitchen work, like things like that, right? A lot of my family does that. So when I see stuff like this, it resonates with me. I understand like the pain that this man's feeling, because like it sucks to do a job. Even me, I used to do landscaping, and we would do certain houses for weeks or for days. And then once we're done with the job, do you know how bad it feels for us to finish the job and then someone come out and say, "Oh, I didn't tell you guys that there was a sprinkler here," or "I didn't tell you guys that there was you know, that I didn't want it this close to the curb." Just something silly. "I didn't tell you guys I wanted a cutout around the mailbox," or something, just something ridiculous that you didn't even think of. And it's like, you didn't tell me that. And you said it was fine when it was finished. But now a week later or 2 weeks later, you're upset about something that was already there when it was completed. You see what I'm saying? So I understand that. And I think there should be some type of law or legislation that states, you know, you signed off on it. From this point forward, any repairs or anything, if the person wants to come back and do it, they can. But they are not obligated to do anything once you sign off on this completion. Like I said, a lot of businesses and companies already do this, but for the ones that don't, I think it should be a requirement for your own safety, not for the safety of the customer, even though it does also help the customer, but it will help the employee. I mean, yeah, the employee and the employers not only make their business better, but it will help them to do the job to absolute perfection the first time. So both people win. The customer wins, the employee wins, and the employer wins. But I'm just saying, it's ridiculous. Other things, you know, you might be able to make a tweak here or there, you know, but anything, even if you're getting a website built, bro, once you sign off that this is completed and you are happy, don't come looking for me later. You know what I'm saying? Unless something goes crazy with the original format. But other than that, if I build you material, I build you a monument, or I build you anything, if that breaks after you've told me I love it, it looks great, that's your fault. That's not my fault. So I just, that's all I want to make this video about. Like some type of certificate of completion for labor, for manual work, because nobody wants to do all that work and then come back to your house or your yard or your whatever years later. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to do that and come back years later to fix something that you broke or your family broke or you had company over and they broke. You said it was up to par, but now that you broke it, it's my fault to fix it? That's ridiculous. I feel for the guy the concrete guy who made me make this video. Like, I feel for you, bro. I'm sorry that happened to you. I know how it is. Trust me, my uncles, my family, my cousins, bro, they all do that type of work. So I know how it is. But I'm telling y'all, some type of new law or legislation passed. Once you sign off on labor, it's done. He ain't coming back. He ain't coming back, bro. The job's done. I'm just saying. But let me know if y'all are laborers, if y'all do construction, manual labor. Let me know, comment below if this has ever happened to you. If someone's ever made you work to the bone and then was like, "Oh, wait, come back. I want some changes," after they said, "I love it." Let me know. I know it's probably happened to you. If you work manual labor, if you work in construction, I know it's probably happened to you because, like I said, it's happened to me and my family plenty of times. So make sure y'all comment below, like, comment, subscribe, all that. The Smoker's Hut. And on that note, peace. And I wish you happy travels in all your manual endeavors. Peace.